believe it started with this black guy we hung out with. He just always said Real Talk, and we just said as a joke one day that we were going to start a band called Real Talk, and then we just jammed once and we flowed really well together, and then from then on it just turned into what it is now. The best show I ever played by far would have to be Alabama, because it was like the first time we traveled like really, really far for we traveled like to different states, and plus the turnout, and it was amazing seeing the turnout. So great, and everyone knowing our songs, people jumping on us.
There's two. Well, out of the road, there's Birmingham. The kids out there, they went crazy. And we also played with No Regrets from Chicago. That was a fun show, real fun show. Everybody had fun. But this earlier one that we played with, Exiball and Soul Search, was a really fun show because we brought a keg and we all got fucked up.
Just going on the road to get out, it was a great time. It wasn't really about just playing music. It was just getting away from our life. I had no worries.
As for the worst show, this is going to be everybody's worst show, was Amarillo. Because it was the dead of winter, it was snowing. We had to drive 8.5 to 9 hours.
And just having to sit there and in the cold and wait to play, because we were like one of the last bands to play, and we had to wait like 8 hours after we got there to play in the freezing cold.
It was 26 degrees in the venue because there was no central heating system, and plus there was really, like, everyone had left by the time we had played, so, which I would have done the same too.
But it was just bad because it was so cold, no heat, so.
It was a 1919 show where everybody fucked up on the music, and I think it was with Hardside, and it was supposed to be Warhound, I think it was, but we completely fucked up that show. That was like one of the worst shows we played. And I hated myself. I left right after our set, and I was like, we suck.
Every song that we played, I was off. It was not my night. It was bad, and I remember the one song that I had right, we still messed up in somewhere else, and it was probably the worst show that I ever played, but regardless, I did have a fun time and I learned from it, which I think that's what was important.
I think Benton Life was playing, and I started moshing, and then the singer of the Beautiful Ones just ran across the pit with his head down, and I just hit him with my forearm straight on top of the head, and it just snapped my arm. And then we went to the hospital that night, cause then and I just casted it up, and we went to Alabama the next night and played a show.
He played that show regardless of how his arm felt, and he definitely got some props for that, and I feel that if anything happened like that to me, I'd look like a little bitch if I didn't, so I would definitely try.
I probably would not. When it comes to pain, I'm out, you know. Corey, that story with Corey having a broken arm the day before and then going to play a show in Alabama, that was crazy.
I was supposed to play bass for him because Eric would play guitar, but then I don't know, he saw how many kids were there and he just got pumped and he said, dude, fuck it, I can play, and he played, and I give it to him. I always have mad respect for that. But fuck it, I break my arm, I say fuck you guys.
Even if it wasn't the best turnout, or like the venue was busted as shit, it was always fun. We always found a way to like joke if it was someone's putting their ass on someone's face, or like, I don't know, like someone, like everyone throwing food in the van, I don't know, or finding porn in like an attic of a venue. Like, it just all these little things combined into one. It was just a fun time.
When we were on the road, our drummer James always showed his butthole to everybody, and there's a picture with me, Eric, and Joe while we were asleep, and his like butthole's like literally like right in our face, and it sucked and it stinks.
For the longest time, we had this joke on our ex guitarist, Eric, and we it was on the way back from Amarillo, and Eric had he fell asleep in passenger seat, you know, and James got out and spread his fucking ass cheeks wide open, and Eric's sitting there sleeping with his mouth open, and they took a picture, like, and for a solid 6 months, Eric did not know about the picture, and so we would always make these jokes that, like, there's an ass, what would you do if there's an ass in your face? And he would always say, like, I'd know if it was in my face. Like, dude, we should write a song about having an ass in your face, you know, like, and he was always like, nah, that doesn't sound cool. And then we bring it up, like, dude, so what would you do if there was an ass in your face? And it was disgusting because James is gross and he stinks, so his ass probably smelled like horrid death.
That was one of the worst parts of going on the road with these guys, is James' butthole and smelly odor. James smells. He smells a lot. He does. Needs to take a shower.
We all didn't always get along at times. I mean, there's like several guys like stuck in a van for hours driving around, like, to go set up and play for like 20, maybe 30 minute set. Like, so tension's gonna run, but besides all that and like all the fuckery of everything, it was all worth it completely. I'd do it again.
I'm not really regretting anything because I had fun with my friends. We spent a lot of money on stuff, on food, on just gas, but we got to see different places around Texas.
Real Talk has definitely fulfilled all of my dreams of being in a band. The one thing that I would have liked to do was definitely try to take it farther. You know, we never got to go on tour, but we've definitely had some fun times, and it's been awesome, and I enjoy every minute of it.
We've had fans like send us stuff from like Singapore and the Netherlands and Denmark, all over the place, and so I kind of regret that we didn't go any farther with Real Talk. We didn't really branch that far out. The states that we did go to weren't that far from Texas, and I do regret not going as far as we could. So
I can rely on these guys, and they're like not just band members and friends, they're like my brothers, because yeah, sometimes we get into it, but we all get over it, and we can rely with each other money-wise, friendship, and it just, you know, that's where you learn who you can really trust, and I trust these guys.
It's been fun. Like, it's really cool, you know, because it's more of like family and friends, you know. We've been talking about Real Talk since 2009, you know, about starting something up, and then finally we just got off our asses and did it, and it was fun to see how far we could go. Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone who ever went to a Real Talk show or, you know, picked up a shirt, grabbed a sticker, said, hey, that was cool. All the Real Talk crew, friends and family, just want to say thanks for letting us do this for so long.
People tell me I'm nothing, just another waste of blood, nothing's ever enough. In a city of crime, a city of hate, I'm going to get to the end of the day. No one can break me, cause the cold world is what fucking made me. this thoughts. Nobody well spent, just wasting my life. I still hate this city. Just let me out. Friends lose touch and change for the worse. This whole city is a fucking curse. Living in a fucking concrete hole. Everything I had, I fucking stole. Este mundo no frío, no puedo escapar. Muchos piensan que esto no lo espero. Los voy a matar.